Richard Walter says, my niece wants to be male, though she was born female. She gets upset she's not referred to as her. She gets upset she's not referred to as male. I've been just avoiding any conversation at all with her so as not to compromise. Any advice? Richard, I've struggled with this too, like a lot of people. Part of me wants to say, like, oh, just call her whatever she wants. You know, you're just trying to build a bridge with her. You know, she's not a believer. You don't really expect all that stuff of her, assuming she's not. But another part of me says, you know, if we don't confront truth, we're losing truth societally. There's a way in which this is a systemic problem in a genuine sense, and our society is losing reality, and it's doing so to great peril and harm, far more than any of them are realizing, who are falling into these things. And so that makes me feel a little bit more like I wouldn't go out of my way to use proper pronouns just to make a point, but I wouldn't stop using them because that would be a compromise of reality and truth. And if I love this person, maybe I should be doing anyway. I'm just saying I lean on the side of continuing to use the correct pronouns, though not excessively as if I'm doing it to make a point, but just because that is reality. I do lean on that side. And I think that a lot of us are leaning on the other side purely because of the reactions. I won't use the proper pronoun, the right, accurate, and true pronoun. Right? Male and female mean something. They refer to objective realities, not just how you feel about yourself. And so I'm not going to mix those definitions because that is too, the purpose of mixing the definition of how I feel about myself into the objective reality of male, female. The purpose of that is to pretend that how I feel about myself is the objective reality. And that's a lie that is not helpful for anybody. But the reason why many would lean that way would be because of the reactions. But if I don't do this, if I don't bow to this lie, they're going to flip out. And they'll even say things like, you're responsible for the suicides. You're literally, by saying that a man is male and a woman is female, you are literally responsible for people killing themselves. This is the how did we get there? By people being worried about the reactions. And so I don't believe those things are true. I'm more and more leaning towards thinking like, I feel like I need to just be honest and tell the truth here. And I can see a third option, which is avoiding using pronouns, which you can do in a lot of cases. You can avoid using pronouns, not because you're trying to make a point, because you're not supporting their beliefs by avoiding the use of a pronoun. Actually, you're not. You're avoiding a touchy, inflammatory moment that would hinder the relationship in a way that you think would be unhealthy at that time. And there may be wisdom in doing that. But to me, the option of actually using wrong pronouns in order to support false beliefs, to avoid overreactions, seems to me like I'm being bullied into lying in ways that hurt people. And I have a hard time seeing it in a different way. I want to have all the compassion in the world towards someone who's going through a type of gender dysphoria, where they're thinking wrongly about these issues, and it's really important to them. It's really messing them up. I want to have all the compassion in the world to them, but I don't see how that compassion means I support the lie that is hurting them. I think the friendliest person you have when you're thinking of trying to change your gender, or at least pretend to be a different gender than you are, I think the friendliest person is the one who's trying to stop you from heading down the road of affirming a lie as a solution to the way you're feeling. And many who are detransitioned will say that as well. And you don't hear about them in the news, the detransitioned people who are like, the doctors, all these people supported me. They just kind of fed me into this direction and helped support me into this deception. And now I'm suffering and paying the price. I now realize I was just wrong. Like I've always been a woman, or I've always been a man, and everything I did in the meantime was just destructive and harmful and psychologically damaging. And was I the one pushing them towards that or pulling them away from it?